special icon, and is no other person than the one and only 34th Student Union President of Lagos State University, Comrade Tobun Ade Dolapo, from the Department of Fisheries, Faculty of Science. Thank you so much for joining us on the show today.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
We are so happy to have you around.
It's a pleasure being here too.
Yeah, so how are you doing today, sir?
I'm fine.
Are you sure?
I'm very fine. Very fine.
Okay, how have been your exams?
Today's exam, in fact, it has actually been one of my best exams.
Wow.
I love the exam, Sha.
Wow, that's great. That's good to hear. All right, let's just get started, right into the conversation. So, would like to know about your journey so far. I mean, it's a big question. That question I just asked simply like that.
Yeah, it's a big question.
It's a big question. So, how has been your journey so far?
My journey so far.
President of the whole Lagos State University students.
Good afternoon. I am Comrade Tobun Ade Dolapo. Privileged to be serving the entire students of Lagos State University as the 31st president. The journey so far being the president, right? Or my journey so far in LASU, or if it's the journey so far being the president.
Yeah, let's start from being the president.
Being the president.
Yeah.
That's not been an easy one, sincerely.
Yeah.
I assumed office on the 16th of January 2024, and I can say per se, it has not been easy. Yeah. And
was it a different expectation? What I ordered versus what I got?
Let me actually use that word. Yes.
Was it that case for you?
It was actually it was something so different from my expectations. I was just like, well, probably the work is not as tedious as it is, and it is not as strenuous as it is right now. But it's just to coordinate and do this and do that. But when I was home office, I know it is not
the reality.
Yeah. So even when I saw my the president-elect, he was saying me and he was like, president, I don't know, you cannot be like me because see, bro, yeah, it is always good when they call you the president and this and that, but what you are going through beyond that title, there are some things that are unexplainable and unseen by many that you'll be going through that only you and just few of your friends and your cabinet member might just actually relate. It has not been easy. Sometimes, even let me say, I barely attend classes. Yeah, sometimes I struggle even with those busy schedule because I know
you're even going to get there. How you were able to balance.
Oh, okay. So I was just trying my best to just make sure that I attend some classes, at least just have some knowledge. I was a guru before I became the president. I love academics, but ever since I actually become the president, even my mates will see me and be like, you're serious, more, what class more?
But hope it didn't affect like your studies.
No. It does not affect. To some point, yes. To some point now, I was able to just make sure everything was balanced, and but we thank God, Sha.
Yeah. All right. So from the experience you've shared so far, what's your definition of leadership based on your experience? What is leadership?
Leadership, based on my experiences so far, I'll say leadership is that number one, it must be a zeal. Yeah. Okay. So because you cannot force it, and let me say leadership is serving the people. You should see yourself as a servant. Yeah. Let me use that word. Yeah. People will see you and do this and do that. Yeah. As a leader, I believe you are serving your people, and in everything you do, you must make sure that their priority is your utmost concern also. So to me, leadership, in some other word, means a servant.
Okay. Yeah. You're a servant leader, and
a servant.
To you, leadership is service and all. All right. So let's go. Moving away from there, what were the guiding principles? For each and for everyone, they have their principles, and those are the things like guiding what they do. So for you, what were the principles that you knew stood out for you? That when they talk about the president, this is what he's known for, and these things actually stood out for you.
Yeah. Before I was the president, there is this thing I have, and which I do still have now, and which is accessibility. I told students then, and during my campaign, I was like, I am not going to be like some of my predecessors, and no, I cannot really blame them to some extent because I can understand both individual differences and what perception about things. So that accessibility should be there. Students should be able to access me, and even while I was just serving in some little capacities. So that actually defines me, and to some extent, these are what some persons saw in me that really make them stood for me and were like, ah no. But boy, like when when it was this, it was accessible, people can access him, and there was accessibility. And also when it comes to like standing on your ground and speaking out and spilling out the whole truth. Yes, I always say, and I do tell people, if you actually want to hate me because of the truth I'm saying, I would I would rather become your enemy rather than for me to just compromise. So I won't. So all of these were my principles, and till date they are still my guiding principles I still make use of.
All right, thank you, sir. So moving away from that, let's look at, you said that it wasn't an easy ride. Like so far it's not been an easy ride.
Yeah.
So what was like the most significant challenges, or let's use it that way, that you faced? Can you share one of them and how you were able to handle it? Is it possible you share one of them?
Yeah, I can actually share one of them.
And how were you able to manage it? What did you learn from it?
Thank you very much. One of my significant challenge then, not even then, in my office, yes, I am still the president. So, you see, the ability to manage people is a very huge task. And my cabinet encompasses scholars, students from different departments, from different faculty, different ethnic groups, and different background, different educational background, and you tend to manage each and every one of them independently. For the fact that probably the whole thing you are putting in place for A worked for A, and you actually believe if you inculcate it in B, it is going to work out, it might not really work out. So then was when there was a disarray in my cabinet, like there was disorganization, and some points there was a fraction. And as a leader, the moment you allow that happens, then you've actually put yourself, because that will be the end of that particular leader. You in your cabinet, there are fractions, 2 or 3 persons are cabinet, another set of people are cabinet. In fact, yes, different caucus inside caucus. You can actually get it. So then when I actually noticed that, okay, this persons and this person and this persons.
So which caucus will I now belong?
And everybody will definitely also want to be with me, but at the same time, probably because one person tried to influence the other, so they became friends and they became caucus within my school. Those ones were hating me, while some persons were liking me, and some were just neutral. So we have those liking, those against the president, and those that are just neutral. You understand? So I figured out, I started with those that were not liking me. So I called them one after the other, because I know their grievances might actually differ. So if I tend to call them in group, then I might not be able to achieve that aim. So I called them individually, then started making change for it. Then till I was able to meet up with the 3 of them. So we sorted all the grievances. So when people, those neutrals, started saying that wait, the president and these people were not together, but now they become best friends. They were also now coming. Then everybody know. I also tried to call those that are neutral. I told them, we can only stand to make change right. I am not the most perfect person on earth. There might be some things I'm praying that you guys might not be 100% okay with. And everybody spilled out their mind, and that was how to date I was able to manage everybody with those differences.
Wow, that's a great accomplishment. So moving away from that, we're also going to be looking at like some of the remarkable things you did during your administration. I think you were on the show like yesterday. You spoke about transport system. So can you share some of the major things you did or you're working on presently?
Thank you very much. This is accomplishment, but some of them are, number one, it was during my tenure as the 35th LASUSU president that we were able to have the official LASUSU website, which was actually spearheaded also by the public relation Ibiade. It was even when we were elected that we started working on it, and then it was even funds that were part of our major challenge, and I can say categorically that it was about a huge amount investing in that particular website. It was just little contributions from we. Then after we actually launched that, which is part of our accomplishment, and for the past 33 years that the union has been running, we do not have an official website, but now we have one. And also we in terms of publicity, aside from that website, in terms of publicity, we have promoted the publicity more than imagination, than much more than what people were actually expecting, to the point where we even have our WhatsApp channels and all stuff. So I can say that we have over 4,000 students following that particular channel, and on our TikTok, we have over 10K followers on our TikTok, stuff like that. So we are trying to just
So
improve.
you've improved the engagement so
yes,
far.
the engagement so far with the word student. So, and also another thing we actually intend to do was this LASUSU free tuition courses that we do, which was implemented. This we have the 1.0 during my tenure, and which was headed also by the general secretary. Brought the idea, and we actually supported him that some students might have some skills they want to learn on, probably because of funds and the whole likes. They might not, we have different students on campus. Some are sponsoring themselves, some do not even have that financial capability. So we help them, and some actually attended graphics design and so many more. And also at the end of the day, we did the training online, and also there was a physical training too, which we actually do, and we did everything at the arcade. We also facilitated the bringing of those Lamata buses that we were still currently.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us on the show today. So to wrap up, for people that also wish to be, someone to be like you, that also want to hold that kind of highly esteemed position, what's your advice for them?
See,
And is this since 100 level? Like, did you have the dream since 100 level? Just give your advice.
Okay, let me say this. I had that dream since 100 level, and that was my first time of stepping my foot here in my feet here in Lagos State University. That was when we were still making use of that kids. Then I stepped there. I started in front of that school. I was like, wow, this school. So I've been wanting to come for a very long time, but then to some point, then I hated this university, but I didn't want to come.
Because of the narratives, Abby?
No, because there was a time where I was shanked and I was not given admission and all stuff. So because of that. So my advice is, you see, you can also do it. I don't tend to discourage people, particularly students, from venturing into stuff like this. You can do it in as much as I can do it. We can all do it. So I would just say, just stay focused. Resilience is the key, and keep focusing on the goal. Then meet people that will also impact on that particular journey. And at the same time, if you cannot multitask, learn to multitask. Yes, because as a leader, you must learn to multitask, and you must be able to multitask. Then also have a very solid academic background before venturing into it.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you for joining us on the show, and to our wonderful listeners, thank you so much. Goodness, thank you for our producer, and thank you so much for joining us. Bye.